Welcome back to Cryptollennium. So today is Sunday and there's apparently trouble in paradise. So it looks like BitBoy went to the Bahamas to chase down SBF. There's a lot of drama going on. Everyone's talking about it, and the market seems to be just moving just now. So without further ado, please like and subscribe, and let's dig into what's going on. As you can see, Bitcoin kind of rested at 16,500, but at this point, it's at 16,100 and dropping potentially. The market as a whole pulled back pretty aggressively within the last half hour to an hour. And we might have a rough week ahead of us, but for now, let's take a look at what happened this weekend with BitBoy. So would-be crypto sleuths converge on Bahamas to hunt for SBF. What are they talking about? Well, the one and only Ben Armstrong, who runs a popular YouTube channel called BitBoy Crypto, posted a live stream of himself walking around the resort's property where he was eventually turned away by staff. So he got in like a weird argument with the security guard from a video that, this video actually, but as you can see,
because there's a reason why they feel safe enough to where they can just call security and try to get us kicked out. It's unbelievable. When you've got as much political power as Barbara and Joe have, and you guys make connections as you have, and you're used to doing whatever you want to do your entire life, being a securities lawyer, coming up with $121 million for real estate as professors and security lawyers, it's very apparent what's going on here. And their scam is up. Their jig is up. People know this at this point.
So pretty much that happened. And then you go from this to him also, because he didn't really get anything out of this. I think he just hung out outside of the resort, waved his arms around for a little bit, and then was confronted. But apparently he also went around to potential real estate sites that they're developing. The Bankman Fried family. And so take a look at this.
All right, guys, we are here at One Cable Beach. Now, there was a Washington Post article that said that Sam Bankman Fried's parents owned a property here. We just got some really interesting information since we've been here. Someone came out and started talking to us. Apparently, there was one unit at One Cable Beach that they rented. They didn't even buy it. So there's a lot of discrepancies on this real estate that they own, and they've done it with some shell companies and stuff like that, so it's hard to really know what they have. We've been told they did not have a whole floor, they did not have a penthouse, they had one unit here, and we're still trying to figure out where is this $121 million worth of real estate that they have.
So in between all this, he took to Twitter to kind of go forward or divulge in what was going on. So he, of course he posted this himself. And then he goes and, according to Twitter, this is Sam's Corolla. So he finds Sam's car outside somewhere, complete with pills in the front seat. Maybe someone can identify what they are. And an MSI laptop in the back. SBF, look at your window, bud. Just want to talk. Come tell your story. I think BitBoy really, really, really wants the story. I don't know. This is not my personal opinion, but the story's coming out. I think this Wednesday, actually, New York Times is hosting that book deal or book shenanigan thing that they're doing, and SBF is talking at it. So whatever he's trying to do, he's trying to get the scoop before the scoop actually happens. And good for him. He's very ambitious. So other than that, he's took to Twitter to attack Kevin O'Leary because, Kevin has actually been an investor in FTX. So in this case, while he would go to social media to discuss what was going on, he would mention Kevin and his atrocities and potential things. Like, the fact is, Kevin O'Leary is a murderer, but he covered it up just like he's covering up his involvement in FTX. So he's not covering up his involvement in investment because he's admitted that he's an investor. He's even kind of talked up SBF since this has all happened. So I don't know. I don't know if this is kind of just being played out. But take a look at this. He's very active and it's very interesting. I will tell you that he just posted this one.
Went in there, hung out with Lincoln Bain. He's an activist here. You know, he wants to clean up the corruption in the Bahamas. We want to clean up corruption everywhere there's corruption. They reject FTX, but I really liked his viewpoint on things, that it's not crypto that's the problem. It's the exchange. It's FTX. It's SBF that's the problem. Found out a lot about the government corruption. We exposed a lot of stuff. We broke some stories about real estate, the way that they're hiding money through real estate, customer funds. So, you know, it's good, man. We're bringing these people down. They ain't got a prayer against me and Lincoln.
So pretty weird. Pretty weird. He's on one, but good for him. That's journalistic devotion right there at its best. So I was trying to find the tweet that I mentioned earlier, but apparently Kevin O'Leary even called him Crypto Bozo. Said if he shows up to my house, you can take out the garage and I'll pay you. So they're taking a few jabs at each other. I'm sure they'll hug it out at the end of this. But other news, FTX's new CEO misrepresented actions taken by the Bahamian authorities, says the country's attorney general. So Bahamas Attorney General and Minister of Legal Affairs Ryan Pinder said it was extremely regrettable that FTX's new CEO John Ray III misrepresented the timely action taken by the Securities Commission and used inaccurate allegations, while also defending the steps taken by the country's regulators in the aftermath of the exchange's collapse. So he said this on Sunday night in a national address over Facebook Live, where he urged international authorities to exercise at least the same amount of prudence and restraint in their public commentary as we do, to not prejudice any of the proceedings that are ongoing. So tensions are heating up, and I guess we'll see what plays out. We'll see how the U.S. gets involved in this. But more importantly, let's look at Bitcoin a little bit. Before we cover this, or before we close this tonight, Bitcoin price recovery vital levels to keep an eye on. So this was posted actually within the last 12 hours or published within the last 12 hours. And what it's saying is being disproven right now, because as you can see, Bitcoin actually just dropped from the level of like 16.5, 16.6, somewhere around there. And so it's saying here that the price bounced off 15,400, where that was the low of this current cycle. In the last 24 hours, it's been moving sideways, but you know, at the 16,000 price mark. We just said that, but the coin will have to move above 16,600 to mark in order, or that mark in order for the bears to be invalidated. Now that Bitcoin is closer to the aforementioned price resistance mark, there could be a chance of Bitcoin moving to the 17,000 price zone. I'm not even going to say this, but I mean, this isn't a fact or anything, but from the way that I see it, I don't know if we're going to reclaim this area right now. It's looking mighty bearish. And I think whatever is coming, you know, just wear your seatbelt and cash is king, because that's the safest way you can be out here. This has been Cryptollennium. Thanks for tuning in to this brief little update. We'll catch you tomorrow with a full episode. Hope everyone's well out there. Have a great night. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you later.